Owen, thanks for joining us for a special edition of Chasing the Dollar. We're having a look at Wentworth Park and also some feature racing elsewhere. Jeff Collerson is here alongside me. Jeff, what do you make of this meeting on Saturday night?
Well, it's a great meeting at Wentworth Park because we've got two heats of the Wentworth Park Gold Cup. It's a Group 3 race, but it has attracted virtually all the best stars in the land except Lady Toy, and Heat 1 actually is a sensational field. It's as good a field for a heat of a Group 3 race as you'd see in a Group 1 final. It's just an awesome lineup. Look, Space Star's in it. He's Australia's #1 stayer. He's in box 4, but he virtually handles any box. But and it also includes the queen of long distance racing, Sweet It Is. She's out in box 8. You've got the rapidly improving Zipping Felix in box 3, and also the up and coming Ada Mary in box 1. Look, Space Star's the best stayer in the country, but I've always thought that Sweet It Is was desperate for box 8. I know her connections have always wanted to see her get box 8 at Wentworth Park. She's finally got it. I think if she's ever going to beat Space Star around Wentworth Park over 7:20, it'll be in this race. So I'm tipping her to win. 8 Sweet It Is to beat 4 Space Star, 3 Zipping Felix, and 1 for 4th Ada Mary.
Well, race 6, the second leg of the Quaddie, is, well, by far the weaker of the two Gold Cup heats.
Sure. Look, I think this gives the Queenslander Mulloway a super chance. Mulloway's got box 2. I'll tell you how well he rails this dog, Ben. He's had 2 starts at Wentworth Park and has bounced off the running rail both times and finished 3rd. This is the closest to the fence he's drawn. He obviously is a mad railer. I think he'll get a good run here. #1 Lily Set goes very fast early and is a pretty wide runner. Mulloway hasn't got the early speed of Lily Set. I think Mulloway is going to get a fabulous run along the fence in this and get the cash. Lily Set, I think, might make the race for him. For second, I'll put in Zipping Maggie, #5. She's very partial to Wenty, and 2 starts back she ran second, a distant second admittedly, but in a sizzling 41.71 to Space Star. And this is a little bit easier, obviously. And she loves Wentworth Park, but I really like Mulloway, very keen on him. So my numbers in the second leg of the Quaddie are 2, 5, 4 and 1.
We go to race number 7 on the program, and these qualified through 5th grade races last week. What do you make of it?
Well, look, I think it's a really hard race, Ben, but I think the box might win it for Passenger #1. He had box 8 last week. I couldn't have possibly backed him from box 8. I didn't think there was anyone in the world he'd get across because he's a very good beginner but hasn't got a great deal of early pace. Then he's got a pretty good middle section and gets to the line strongly, but he managed to clear them from box 8 and lead all the way. Was never going to get beaten once he led, and I think from box 1 he's going to run a heck of a race. He ran 30.03 last week and he has run 30 dead off the 1 box. So I'm tipping Passenger to win. I'll go to the consistent #7 Star Tirana for second. Well boxed out wide and is going to get a nice run at the first turn because Mr. Writer in box 6 goes quick early and heads for the fence. So I'm tipping 1 to beat 7. My other my other first 4 numbers in this are 3 and 5.
That takes us to race number 8, the free-for-all on the program. What do you make of this?
Zipping Midge looks the better than night, #6. She had box 2 last week when she won. She ran down Night Sprite, who's up against her again. And although she had box 2, she's better off out wide. Last week she stepped to the right as soon as the lids went up, as she always does from an inside box. And she's pulled up really well. She's getting ready for the ladies' bracelet heats here next week. I think she'll be too good for them, Zipping Midge, #6. I'll put in for second RJIP #1. I was a little bit disappointed with his run last week. He jumped very well, but he was outpaced. But then whatever he was going to do after that, we can forget because he was bowled over virtually at the first turn. And he's got a good draw. He uses a bit of the track, but he's got a good draw here with a moderate beginner in box 2 and a wide runner in 3. So RJIP for second, but I think Zipping Midge will just win easily. #6 Zipping Midge from me from 1, 3 and 4 in the 4th leg of the Quaddie.
All right, Jeff, before we move on to Maitland, let's have a look at your best bet, your value and your Quaddie.
Best bet Zipping Midge in race 8. Best value Passenger in race 7. The Quaddie I'll be taking. First leg 8, 4, 3. The second leg 2 and 5. The third leg 1, 7, 3. And the 4th leg I think I'll just take the 2 Zipping Midge and RJIP 6 and 1. That'll be the Quaddie numbers I'll be taking.
All right, Jeff, let's have a look at the big race which is coming up at Maitland. You've had a chance to go over the form here. What do you make of it?
Oh, it's a fabulous field, and it always is. The greyhounds that have won it the last 3 years, Paul Licking won it last year, Black Magic Opal the year before, Oaks Road the year before that, Elite Blue Size the 2 previous years before that. What a lineup of classy dogs, and just as good this year. But the way the box draw has panned out, it's fallen right in the lap of Jason Mackay's pair. He's got Zipping Saxon, the fastest qualifier in box 1, and Black Frenzy, who's unbeaten in 6 starts in box 8. I was talking to Jason yesterday. He said if I'd done the box draw myself, they'd have been the boxes I'd picked. He said Black Frenzy, the wider the better for him. Zipping Saxon wants inside, and he's as strong as a bull. I said, if you could only back one of them, Jason, which one would you back? He said probably Zipping Saxon because he's got more experience and his run home time in the heats was sensational. The dog he's frightened of, and the one I think is third pick, is number 7 Spacecraft, trained by Lorraine Atchison, absolutely flying at the moment. Ran fast time last week despite losing the home turn. But I'm tipping Zipping Saxon to win from Black Frenzy and Spacecraft 187 in the Maitland Cup.
Yep, fantastic race and a great weekend of racing. We'll see you next time on Chasing the Dollar.
Cheers, thanks everyone.